Good morning, my beautiful babes and babettes. I'm your resident active advocate, and I would like to begin today on a new series that I'm going to be calling Disability Etiquette. While I am a good speller, I have no idea how to spell the word etiquette, so I will be looking that up before I post this video. Now, this topic is quite expansive and much more diverse than it sounds. You may be thinking automatically that this has to do with how people with disabilities can behave in society to help society better adjust to them. Other way around, actually. Especially when you're in the street and if you see a person with a disability or a visible and clear disability who is unaccompanied, say a wheelchair user or a white cane user or someone with a guide dog or a service animal, your automatic instinct, being the nice, empathetic, and intelligent person you are, and I do sincerely mean that, might be automatically to want to go and help that person. And while that instinct, I do believe, for most people, comes fundamentally from a good place, the social need to help the other, and especially when that other is perceived as weaker, that comes from a good place, but it's not necessarily a good idea. I am personally very independently minded. I do get lost in unfamiliar places if I don't know where I'm going, but I will ask for help if I need it. That's the thing. There are going to be a lot of people with disabilities who have not been conditioned to ask for help, or who, quite to the contrary, have been conditioned never to ask for help because it, quote, makes them look weak. But this is where the etiquette part comes in as well, because the whole idea of asking for help makes you look weak applies not only to people with disabilities, but to literally everyone. And especially when people are trying to look strong. The thing about being a communal species, though, and we are a communal and social species, is that asking for help, A, is a fundamental growing exercise, B, can bring two or more people together, C, is beneficial to the species as a whole, because we wouldn't have survived without one another. So, as I say, the instinct to help the other, good. Thumbs up. The instinct to say that I must help the other because they are weaker than I am because society says so or my radar says so, not so good. Thumbs down. Negative. Bad. Don't do that. I know that saying don't do that isn't going to help because this sort of thinking is ingrained in our culture. You see a wheelchair user, you see a white cane user, you think, whoop, radar's gone up. I've talked about the radar before. I have talked about the radar in regards to fear, in regards to disgust, in regards to, oh my god, I don't want to be that. But I've never really talked about the radar in regards to empathy. So that's a lot of what this series is going to be about. But the problem is that that radar can sometimes, or even often, be misplaced, especially when it comes to the more negative aspects of the politics of the gays. But empathy itself is a very, very, very good thing, and I cannot stress this enough. So, as I say, the instinct to aid does come from a good place. Unless you're one of those ableist jerks who says those people are inferior to me, therefore I should infantilize them and be the hero, the knight in shining armor who comes to their rescue. That's BS. Come on. Grow out of it. Grow up. Be a big boy, be a big girl, be a big anything in between. And don't be a jackass, basically, is what I'm getting at with that one. So, with the radar on the up, there are certain things that come along with that. And those are the things that I would like to discuss in this series. This can be applied to the body of the person with a disability. It can be applied to the service animal. It can be applied to the implement they are using, either the cane, the wheelchair, the walker, la-di-da, right? And more than that, though, is the mental atmosphere around this issue. So I will be discussing those in further segments of this section. And thank you very much for your lovely attention and hopefully participation in the comments. Come on, people, give me something I can work with, please. I will see you tomorrow to begin discussing the physical aspect of disability etiquette. And again, I will be looking up how to spell the word etiquette. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time. Mwah.